Hey guys, you're back with the Credit Connector. Remember, this channel is all about you guys. I want to empower you guys. I want to show you and I want to teach you guys everything I know about credit card stacking, the secrets, how to go out there and get the best products in the market on the personal side and on the commercial side. Okay. Remember, I'm still dropping my VIP school link that you guys can still register for free. That is going to be a safe platform. We're not going to sell you anything. We're also going to start going live in the future, and we're going to bring some bankers in there. We're also going to bring people, from travel hackers and other people if you guys are interested, okay? Once again, this is my English channel. I also got my Spanish channel, which is called Conecto de Crédito. If you guys have any friends, relatives, send them over. Remember, this channel is only about you guys. So let's get to it. So what we're going to talk about today is Credit Card Stacking 101 2024. Things are changing. You guys got to know the new hacks. AI is out there and it catches everything really quick. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, like I always tell you, before you do any credit card application, car application, the first thing you got to do is check your credit. Don't let them check your credit and give you a hard pull. And then, you know what? You didn't get approved. Why? Because you didn't check your credit. You have your high utilization. You might have had a late payment. You might have too many hard inquiries. So the first homework you have is check your credit. Make sure that everything's intact. You have a low utilization. I would tell you 10% or less, 6-7% is sweet spot. I would tell you not more than 2 hard inquiries in the last 6 months, possibly even if you can have it in the last 12 months, and no late payments for sure. And a lot of people say 24 months, but I was just talking to a client of mine and he has late payments from 2020 and he still got denied for a credit card. And they told him that was the reason. He had the late payment, but he still paid off his credit cards and he still got denied. So do your due diligence, guys. And the second thing I'm going to tell you, before you start doing the credit stacking, you have to go out there and research what banks you want to use, what credit cards you want to use, okay? You got to make sure that you know the data points of the credit card and of the bank. Let's say you want to use Chase. You got to make sure, okay, well, Chase pulls from experience on the personal side. They have the 524 rule where you can have 5 new accounts within 24 months. They are inquiry sensitive, so you have to make sure that you do all your homework before applying, okay? Once you have everything intact, depends if you want to go directly through the banks or if you want to do it online. If you're somebody that likes to maximize the credit stacking, you might want to do it online. Give you an example. If you want to do Chase and American Express, they're going to pull from experience. So the first thing you got to do is you're going to use, let's say, 2 laptops, your computer, a laptop, the computer, your phone. You want to make sure that you fill out the application and you have everything filled out before you press anything, okay? Everything has to be filled out. Once you finish on both of them, I would tell you in less than 10 seconds, if you can do even less than 5, you're going to be probably more safe. So within 5 seconds, you're going to press both and they're going to submit, okay? And that's going to help you so they cannot see that you just had a hard inquiry from another credit card. I would tell you, if you kind of want to play it safe, do 2 at a time, but you can probably do up to 3 at a time from each credit bureau. Don't go crazy, especially if it's your first time. You might want to try 1 from each credit bureau. Once you get a little bit more cocky, then you might want to do 2, and then you want to do 3, okay? Also, if you want to pull, let's say, from Equifax, you might want to try Truist Bank, and you want to try KeyBank. Those on the personal side, they do pull your credit from Equifax. Also, if you want to do, let's say, TransUnion, I believe Navy Federal and I believe US Bank also pull TransUnion on the personal side. So you have to know all the little details before you go out and you do it, because if you don't do it the right way, okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is you're going to get a hard inquiry. You're probably going to get denied, and then you're going to have to wait 6 to 12 months after. Yeah, you probably can go in there and dispute the hard inquiry, but why would you want to do more work when you can just do it the right way the first time. So it's really important. Do your homework. Check out the banks. If you want to do it through the bank, that's another way. I've gotten into the bank. I went into Truist Bank and I opened a business checking account. And with one hard pull, I ended up with 2 credit products. So that's double stacking right there. I ended up with a business credit card and I ended up with a personal credit card. So sometimes you can just go directly to the bank and you don't even have to tell them you want a credit card. If you just tell them, hey, I want to open my business checking account, sometimes they do a soft pull. And when they do a soft pull right there and then they'll tell you, hey, are you interested in, having a credit card, a business credit card, or a personal credit card, or both? And if you accept, that's when you're going to get the hard inquiry. So remember, knowing is just half the battle, okay? You got to make sure that you know all the information. And once again, whenever you're doing this, I would tell you, even though you're playing with 2 credit cards at a time, 6 credit cards, and they're going to pull from different credit bureaus, I would tell you to try to do everything within the same hour, okay? Within 5 seconds, not more than 10 seconds each. When you're doing 2 credit cards from the same credit bureau, but at least the 6 credit cards, I would tell you at least within the same hour. Don't wait a week, don't wait 2 weeks, don't wait 3 weeks. And remember, right now, AI is working with the banks and they see everything. So make sure, again, when you're doing this, make sure that you didn't just change your address, a week ago and you're putting a new address and you still haven't changed it in the credit bureau. You want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. You want to make sure that you have one address across the board, one address, and one employment. Okay, it's really important. If you don't have that all done before you're going to do this, make sure you call the credit bureaus and make sure that you update your information. Also, if you just change and you went to a new job, don't put the new job on the credit application. Just use the old job, and if you get approved, then you call back the credit card. Hey, Chase Bank, you know what? I just applied for a credit card and I realized that I had just moved. That's the way you do it, because you don't want any hiccups when you're doing the credit card stacking or when you're applying for any credit card, but for that matter. You want to make sure to have a smooth transition, okay? So make sure that you do your homework before. Like I always tell you, I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice. This channel is just basically for entertainment reasons only. Anything I talk here, you gotta go and do your homework. Check your data points and make sure that everything is in place. Also, guys, if you have any friends or relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel. It's called Conecto de Crédito. If they just got to this country and they don't know how credit works, I'm there to help them. I could help them. I could guide them. Also, if you guys need any templates for credit repair or anything, join my school group. It's SKOOL. It's free right now. And like I said, I'm going to give you guys more data points and more information that I don't give here. So once again, and another thing I want to talk about. There's a lot of people that talk about credit card stacking out there, and they're telling you to get 12 cards or 15 cards at a time. Don't go for that. Don't go for that, because that's going to make your credit jump, and they might put an alert. They might think that there's fraud going on, and they might put a fraud alert. And once you have a fraud alert, let me tell you, it's hard to take out. So I would tell you. Plus, there's a lot of people that tell you, hey, I can get you 60,000, 100,000, but you got to pay them 15 to 20%. You can do this on your own. With these 6 credit cards that I gave you, if you have good credit, you can possibly do one time this credit stacking. You can probably get $100,000 in personal lines of credit. So you don't have to pay anybody. You can go and do it on your own. It's just basically knowing the information and the data points. So that's why I'm here. I'm your credit educator, and yeah, I might be a woman, but now there's a woman in the credit space. Until next time, guys.